Hey guys, what's up? I am updating you on my competition prep, and we are in, 9 weeks out from my show. So this must be week 6 of prep. I started at about 16 weeks out from the first show that I'm doing, which is in October 10th. And then I plan to compete again 5 weeks later, November 13th and 14th in Louisville. First time I'm really traveling for a show, so I'm excited for that. So I want to go over a couple different things this week that people have asked about, and then I want to talk a little bit about competition prep and the difference between dieting for weight loss and dieting for a competition. So first up, things are going really well. I've been really spot on, feeling good, nailing the diet. Workouts have been awesome. Yesterday was Friday. I did do a refeed day on Friday, which I have found, for me personally, about every 2 weeks, I start to really physically feel run down. I woke up yesterday and I was irritable and my body hurt and just felt like I had no energy. And what I've found helps for me is I do basically a refeed day. And that's where I'll bump calories up to maintenance or even a little bit above maintenance and just eat a lot more. I like to do these on a day when I do heavy training because your body is much more primed to put the extra fuel to use for building muscle. So it's also a way to kind of help keep that muscle building going on while you're cutting. And Fridays are usually my heaviest training day. So it kind of worked out. I was busted after my workout and just ready to eat and felt really good this morning. Woke up and felt revived, and it also helps me kind of re-motivate for dieting. Dieting can get so exhausting for 16 weeks. And I don't find that I gain weight from these because I'm in enough of a deficit. If you're going to do a refeed, you have to be in a deficit for the rest of that time. So I was in a pretty significant deficit. I cut calories much lower for last week. And part of that is because I feel like I want to accelerate things a little bit. And I was starting to notice progress coming really fast. So I felt confident about doing a refeed, that I had enough of a deficit built up that going back to maintenance or just above, I'm not going to basically blow out the deficit that I created, which you could do. If you're not in an extreme deficit and you go way over on calories, you could basically undo a week's worth of work. So I made sure mathematically, in thinking about my compliance, that I felt I was due, that it wouldn't screw up progress too badly. So I did that, feeling really good. The other thing that I've done, so I cut calories last week, increased my veggie intake. My veggie intake had gotten kind of low just because I was making room for other things that were kind of mentally helping me get through with dieting. Once I get past a certain point, I start to see progress and the show gets closer, I'm willing to make more sacrifices. So taking out some of the things like non-dairy ice cream that was taking up a good, almost 200 calories, anywhere from 120 to 170 calories a day. Take that out, increase the veggies, which is going to bring the fiber up a little bit, but didn't bring calories up. So I'm sticking under 1,200 over the last week, and that's where I'll go to the next week. And I'll talk about in a second why that's not too low, because most of my clients, you're thinking, well, hey, you tell me not to go that low. Well, this is a different ball game over here. So that has allowed me to feel more full. And so, yes, I'm hungry, but it's not to a horrible extreme. It's totally manageable. I also added BCAA and L-glutamine daily with my water. And both of those are natural substances. BCAA is branched-chain amino acids. And L-glutamine is basically a gut lining. It helps with recovery. It helps keep your gut really healthy and your immune system healthy. And the BCAA, when you're dieting, you can lose muscle mass very easily. So I like to keep those branch chains in to try to prevent any muscle loss, because I've lost muscle in previous preps and it stinks. You work hard for it, you don't want to lose it. That, to me, whether it's just mental or not, seems to make me feel like my appetite is a lot more manageable, adding the BCAA and the L-glutamine for recovery. So let's talk about extreme dieting versus prep dieting. When I work with clients, I'm constantly telling you guys, eat more calories. Eat as many calories as you can eat to still lose weight, we're so tempted to go 1,200 and under and starve ourselves and speed this weight loss process. For the normal person just trying to lose weight, you have no deadline. I mean, maybe you have a high school reunion or something, that's slightly different. But for most of us, when you're just trying to live a healthier lifestyle, you're making lifestyle changes to lose weight, there's no deadline. The slower you go, the better your results will be, and the more maintainable they will be. Studies have shown that the faster you lose the weight, the faster you'll put it back on because you can't maintain those habits. And then you screw up your metabolism, and once you go back to eating somewhat normally or increase your calories, your body stores all of that. You basically run out of the willpower, and you'll put all that weight back on and more. So normally I recommend go slowly, keep your calories high, have your balance, go out on the weekends, enjoy your life, don't make yourself miserable. That's the way to do it when you have the rest of your life to get this sorted out. I know we all want to lose weight really, really quickly, but I'm telling you, you want to keep it off. I think if I stopped and asked you, would you rather lose weight really fast or would you rather lose weight and keep it off? You'd rather lose weight and keep it off. So that's the way to do it. When we're talking about a competition prep, I go extremely low with calories. I have to. I'm very petite, so I can't eat a lot anyway. I have thyroid disease, so I have a slow metabolism, and I'm over 30. I have to go pretty low, especially because I'm already pretty lean, in order to lose more body fat. And we're talking about an elite competition, wanting to be on stage and, be chosen as in the best shape. It's an extreme. It's not something that's maintainable. It's not something that you achieve and then you walk around that lean, that low level of body fat forever. It's getting to that elite point. So you have to take more drastic measures. My competition ladies, sorry, you're not going to be able to go out to eat. You're not going to be able to have that balance. You are going to have to cut calories. I still want my competition clients with their calories as high as they can keep them and lose weight to be ready for their show. There's always another show. It's not worth wrecking your metabolism or screwing up your health, but the means are going to have to be more extreme. So I don't want you guys looking at what I'm doing and thinking that I am not practicing what I preach. This is for a show, and I've done this before, and I know my body, and again, it's an elite level. So yes, I'm going to be working out multiple times a day and eating lower calories and slowing my metabolism, but I understand those consequences. I know how to deal with them, and I know how to prevent the rebound through the reverse dieting coming off of the show. So it's not a mixed message, but it's depending on what your goal is, you're going to have to use different methods, and you are going to have to get more extreme anytime that you're preparing for a show. So I'm still hanging in there though. I would say even though it's an extreme measure, I still always put my health first, and I still am always, it's one of the reasons I do refeeds is because of my thyroid disease. I want to remind my body that it's okay and not to put it into a starvation mode. So by boosting calories every couple of weeks, the body gets more nutrients, because the other thing is when your calories get super low, you don't get as many nutrients just because you're not eating as much food. That's why I put the veggies in there, get as much vegetables as I can so that I'm getting those micronutrients even though I'm dieting. My health always comes first. I understand there's going to be a sacrifice, but I try to do it in as healthy a means possible, and that's what I want for you guys too. So looking good. Here we go. I've ordered my suit. I'm super excited to share that. It probably won't be here until mid-September, just because as I'm losing more weight, I don't want to have her size it for me until I get a little bit leaner. Looking into next week, it's just keep grinding it out, keep watching that fat come off, and getting excited. So stay tuned.